Hey, this is Kirrus with TheKBLife. I am at Anime Banzai in Salt Lake City. So we're here, we're going to try to talk to some of the people, some of the cosplayers dressed up here, and see what's going on.
I'm Link from Legend of Zelda.
Nice.
And I'm dressed up in a Japanese fashion style called Lolita.
Oh, she's a Lolita?
I'm Eris Gainsborough from Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core.
She's Eris. So, how long did it take to make your costumes?
My costume took about 2 weeks. My friend made it for me. And it was really nice of her. So, yeah.
2 weeks?
Mine was pretty much made the day before.
The day before?
We sprayed hate.
I kind of worked
Just
on
got
mine.
the sword done today.
Oh, nice, man. Is this your first anime convention?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? So, you guys are big anime fans, right?
Yeah.
Alright, you have 5 seconds. Tell me why anime is great. Go. 5.
Because the art style
4.
is amazing.
Keep going.
Some really cool stories.
2.
Awesome stories.
Keep going. 1. Okay, that's the time's up.
What's happening?
Hey, I am Kirrus, and I am here with an ODST Spartan. So, tell me, ODST, what does ODST stand for?
Orbital Drop Shock Trooper.
Orbital Drop Shock Trooper. And how long did it take you to make your armor?
This has been a couple years in the making. Started back in 2007 just learning how to make molds and stuff. Not all these pieces are mine. Most of the suit originally was mine last year, but I've kind of upgraded to some parts that some other 405.com members put together. So, just some friends of mine.
Wow, so it took a couple years to make this costume, and it shows that it's pretty awesome.
You could probably do it a lot quicker if you had the money and you didn't have to work full time.
So, if you want to make an awesome costume, don't be poor and quit your job. So, those aren't contradictory. They should work together somehow.
If you need any help on how to make any of these parts, the 405.com has a lot of references for anyone to start making their own Halo suit.
So, are you a big Halo fan?
Pretty much. I'm not very good. I get my rear end kicked on the Xbox Live there by the little kids.
I hate little kids, and I try to kick little kids' butts all the time. So, who would win in a fight? The Halo guys or the Gears of War guys?
Oh, that's tough to say. I don't know. I'm a big fan of both, and my friend's a Gears of War fan. So if I said Halo, he'd probably come after me.
You've got to represent. You got to represent your ODST.
Of course, Halos would do better.
All right, the Halos. But thanks a lot, man.
No
the
problem.
costume's awesome. Have fun at the convention.
Thanks, Chris.
Yeah, no problem. This is Kirrus, and I am here with
Fireman!
Fireman from Mega Man 1.
Yes.
Okay, and out of Dr. Wily's lab into Salt Lake City for today, yeah? So how are things? How is the convention going for you?
It's going excellently.
It's going excellently. And why Fireman? Why not one of the other characters?
Because his justice burns red hot!
His justice burns red hot. But what? Wasn't he working for Dr. Wily?
It's a bit confusing.
It's a bit confusing. So how do you feel about Mega Man?
It rocks! Awesome!
He rocks. Somebody thinks Mega Man's awesome. And what about Bubble Man?
If I get the chance, I will boil him down to nothing.
You boil him down to nothing. Okay, there was another one walking around, so you better watch out. Mega Man has a habit of beating you up and taking your weapons. What's up with that, man?
It all started in high school.
Oh, back in high school, back in the day. Little known fact, if you read the strategy guide, Mega Man and Fireman were actually high school classmates. Alright, have a great time. The costume looks awesome, dude. Thanks a lot.
I'll be sure not to burn you to a crisp.
Alright, everybody else, you're toast. Me, I'm safe.
This is OMGs.
This is Kirrus, and I am here with
Rem from Death Note.
Ram from Death Note
And Ryuk from Death Note.
and Rio from Death Note. So, no notebooks, huh?
They're in the car.
They're in the car.
Yeah.
Gotta be careful and get
They're
somebody
so
steals them.
tempting though, you know?
Yeah. So, why Death Note?
I love Death Note. It's a great anime series. It's kept my interest the entire way through. Yeah, pretty much.
Did you see the live action movie, or are you watching the anime, or are you reading the manga, or what?
All of them.
All of them?
All of them.
Which did you like better, the live action movie or the anime?
Anime. Yeah, like live action butchered it.
butchered it.
Oh yeah.
And you said you have Death Note books, right?
Yes.
Have you written any names in them?
There's a couple that we want to write.
Oh! So anybody who's crossing the path with these guys, they've got the notebooks, and be on the guard.
Yeah.
No apples either?
Ate 'em.
Ate 'em. So, as Death Gods, have you guys watched Bleach before?
Yes. Hanging out with our fellow Shinigami.
So who's winning the fight? The Shinigami from Death Note or the Shinigami from Bleach?
Oh, definitely, all the way. Yeah.
Why is that?
They have their little swords. All we have to do is write down their name.
That's right. The pen is mightier than the sword. Alright, thanks a lot, guys.
Thank
Have
you.
fun. Hey, this is Kirrus, and I am here with
Ken. Ryu.
Ken and Ryu from Street Fighter 4, 3, 2, 1, Alpha.
Alpha 2, Alpha 3.
Capcom vs. Tatsunoko, Marvel vs. Capcom.
It's a
lot.
resume right there.
So, why Ryu? Why Ken?
Truthfully, it's been my favorite video game series since I was little, and also one of my favorite anime series.
Anime series.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Not a lot of people talk about the Street Fighter anime.
Yeah, yeah, it's one of my favorite ones. So I'm nostalgic too, so I really like this stuff.
Why Ken?
It's pretty much the same reason. The odd thing, because I mean I watched it as a kid and everything else, and I loved it all, but we kind of naturally look like the two of them, and we're best friends, so it was like, kind of has to be done, you know?
Because
So-
they look exactly like Ken and Ryu.
Lose about 50 pounds and add a 5 giant
turns out-
inches in weight, but maybe if I can get a foot that's about this big,
Couple of
you know.
muscles.
So do you play Ken and Ryu in the game? Those are two scenes. So who wins, Ken or Ryu?
Truthfully,
I think is it even? It might be pretty
it
even.
can depend on who's having the shittier day.
Okay. And why no Dan?
Oh, one, we do not have anyone that looks like Dan. And
Yeah.
two, we can't have someone in pink following us around. Come on.
Someone in pink as opposed to the Ryu with green toenails?
No, that's my girlfriend.
Oh, you got
Green.
caught. That's true. You guys want to talk to
Matches.
Sailor Scouts, or?
You're still Ryu wearing the green toenails, but... Is this your first anime festival?
No, I've been coming here since they started.
Nice.
So this is the third. This is my second.
So this is OG Ken and Ryu from the beginning, yeah?
Yes.
But cool. Thanks a lot, guys. You've been playing Street Fighter 4?
Yeah, I have.
As Ken and Ryu?
As Ken and Ryu and also Abel.
Oh, Abel! In the house!
Now you got it.
That's my character. Alright, thanks a lot, guys.
Yeah,
Have a
thank
lot
you
of
very
fun.
much. Thank you. Good.
Start from the beginning. For people who don't know, he's a splicer from Bioshock.
Splicer, Bioshock. If you haven't played the video game, play the video game.
Game is pretty good.
And there's a new one coming out.
So why a splicer over a big daddy? Like the obvious choice.
Well, my friend, much bigger than I, wanted to be a big daddy, so to kind of fit in with his costume, I decided to be something from the universe of Bioshock. And I thought, what the hell, you know, a splicer's pretty sweet, you know. And this is a spider splicer, for those who don't know. Because you know, they have the claws, they cling from the ceiling, they can climb around, they do creepy stuff. They're pretty creepy, right?
Yeah, that's true. They are kind of creepy, and you do look very creepy.
Thank you.
I gotta say that.
Oh, I will say one thing I found out about this costume. The blood that stains is much better to use than the fake blood that tastes like candy because it's too sticky and it looks like jelly.
So don't use candy blood, use real blood that stains. So this is all real blood. So that works a lot better. That's a tip, pro tip for all you cosplayers out there. If your friend was being a big daddy and you wanted to like compliment his costume, shouldn't you be a little sister?
Yes, technically, but I'm too tall to be a little sister. We'd have to go hire some midget or some small girl. And I think that could, you know, get us into trouble. So unless we find a girl that can work.
That's right. Child labor and midget labor is bad.
It is.
So,
It's illegal.
he is technically a little sister dressed as a splicer. So
Just, you know, I'm complimenting the universe, not necessarily the costume. In fact, if he was a big daddy, we'd be enemies.
Oh, so they'd have to fight. Only if he gets covered with that like attack gel, right?
Exactly.
That's true.
Only like let's see, what is there? There's the imitates and, you know, I don't even know all the plasmids, what they are, but yeah, you're right.
That's
there's
okay.
no
You don't get to
attacks.
use them. You're just gonna get owned by them. So
It's true. It's very true.